Sauce Magazine's Meera Nagarajan knows how to make my mouth water, and she did just that on today's St. Louis on the Air. What's the best thing you ate in the last month?
Oh my God. Okay, a torta della nonna at Nodo in St. Peter's.
Ooh.
Beautiful, airy, impossibly delicious dessert.
I'm Sarah Fensky. This is St. Louis on the Air. New restaurants continue to open in the St. Louis metro area. That's even though COVID-19 has gutted the industry and many places are staying alive on a combination of patio seating and takeout. But even with those trying conditions, 8 new restaurants have earned the recommendation of our friends at Sauce Magazine. And here to discuss these places and what they offer is Meera Nagarajan of Sauce. Meera, welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, Meera, before we talk about these restaurants, I understand you have a new title. You were the art director. Now you're the executive editor. Congratulations on that.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I'm really excited about it.
So, I mean, 2 of the industries that have been hardest hit in this pandemic are restaurants and publications that rely on restaurants for advertising. Is this a really hard time to be taking that top job there?
Yeah, it is. But, this is what we've been doing for 20 years now, coming up on 21 years. So, we're ready to meet the challenge.
Well, that's I trust you in that. I know you guys got this. And you do have a ton of restaurants to recommend this month. I'll give you that. A lot of people are hunkered down, but you guys still have your finger on the pulse. And one of these places here for people who are only interested in dining outdoors, I got to say, the space that it's in is what I have long insisted is the single best patio in town. And Meera, you may know what I'm talking about here.
I do. It's a Dara Italian eatery.
There you go. I mean, that patio is incredible. Tell me, this is the spot in the Central West End that used to be Scape. So tell me about the place that's in there now.
So Adara is really, yes, that patio is mesmerizing. People get married back there. It's just gorgeous.
Say no more.
So, but, it started out as this idea where it was going to be, steaks and chops and oysters and whole fish. And the consulting chef there is Mike Randolph, formerly of Randolphi's and The Good Pie. So the Italian influence from those restaurants made its way to Adara. And they pared down their menu as a result of the pandemic to pizza, pasta, salads, desserts. And the whole menu is really good. Even though it's pared down a little bit, it's all great quality. And if you loved The Good Pie, as I once did,
yes.
Rest in peace, this is a total, it's looking back at The Good Pie and modifying that Neapolitan style pizza to make it even more accessible to people because, the crust is a little bit sturdier here, but same great flavor, same great technique, and the pizza there really does stand out.
Well, you have sold me on that. I think Mike Randolph is a genius, and I think he consistently makes the best pizza in town, and now he can do it on the best patio in town. That sounds like a win-win. Another high-profile opening, this is the Lucky Accomplice. People might know Logan Eli from Shift, which was previously called Savage in Fox Park. What's this new restaurant, the Lucky Accomplice?
Yeah, well, Shift, as people probably remember, it was more fine dining, prefix, very conceptual menu, beautiful plating. And this is still very high concept here at Lucky Accomplice, but it's a little bit more accessible. So we tried things there like their everything tater tot, this beautiful, like latke almost kind of crispy tater tot with everything cream cheese and cured salmon. It's familiar flavors, but the presentation is just a little bit more fun, a little bit more dialed up, like in their oversized toasted raviolo, which is huge. It's probably like 6 to 8 inches, like huge square of a toasted ravioli with this beautiful bolognese sauce inside. So things that are familiar to you, but the presentation is just a little bit loud and fun. And they have outdoor seating, indoor seating, but I think it's remarkable. The flavors that they're doing there are just so wonderful. If you loved Shift and the beautiful food that they were doing there, this is definitely in that same vein, just a little bit more accessible.
Well, that's the lucky accomplice. It's there in kind of South City, almost Central City, in the neighborhood of Fox Park. Now, last month, I was impressed by all the great openings that you guys were recommending in North St. Louis County. I think there were a couple in St. Anne in particular. This month continues that trend. What are you highlighting out there?
Yeah, Pocha, it's such a great restaurant. This is a new Korean spot in St. Anne. And the space is really cool. I believe the owner and the owner's father did these beautiful paintings inside, like scenes from South Korea inside the restaurant. And the design of the restaurant is really fun and really cool. They have partitions and stuff to make people feel comfortable. And the whole menu, everything we tried there was delicious. Like I loved their yaki udon noodles. So udon noodles are those really thick, kind of chewy noodles. And it came in this beautiful garlicky, spicy sauce with vegetables that was really delicious and satisfying. And we tried their kimchi pancakes. Awesome.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And a couple of their drinks made with soju, which is a Korean spirit. And we tried their mandarin ginger, sweet, juicy, a little like sweet heat from the fresh ginger, and it was really delicious. I loved the space. That totally shocked me because it's in a very unassuming kind of strip mall. As you know, in St. Anne, that's pretty common over there, but they really did a lot with the space to make it feel special and fun to dine in if you choose to do that.
That is Pocha. Well, that is a high recommendation from our friends at Sauce. You've got another county recommendation here, and this is in a very fancy hotel. This is Cafe La Vie.
Yeah, Cafe La Vie is in the Le Meridien Hotel, and it was designed by HOK. It's a gorgeous space, and the chef at Cafe La Vie is Michael Frank, who used to work at Farmhouse Restaurant, where they really highlight a lot of attention to local providers and stuff like that. And so he is attempting to do that with Buttonwood Farm and local caviar and things like that. And so it's Mediterranean French. So we tried a couple of things. Their French onion soup, really delicious, with sourdough and Gruyere cheese melted on the top. And we tried their little gem salad with Marcona almonds and olives, really fresh and bright. And we tried their their burger with Bordelaise sauce, which is a red wine based sauce, and Comté cheese, which is like a really gooey, soft triple creme French cheese. And it was really delicious. And they also have they have local gelato de riso gelatos that they're serving. We tried their gooey butter cake. Awesome. And they also have a sparkling hour. They have a happy hour that they call their sparkling hour. So we tried a few of their cocktails. One was the countryside with vodka, orgeat, beet juice, and Prosecco. And it's just a fun place to go. The space is very lovely. Yes, they have curbside takeaway, but they also have a socially distanced, pretty big dining room space. So if you're trying to have like a fancy dinner and want to get away, that's a really great place where you can really have your distance.
So that is Cafe La Vie in Clayton. I want to make sure we get through the next few on this list here. I know for people who are into cocktails, the Lazy Tiger. This is right next door to Yellow Belly. In fact, the space used to be part of Yellow Belly, and it's the same guys behind that. I guess say no more when we're talking about good cocktails, huh?
Yeah, exactly right. They have a great cocktail team, really notable, experienced people there. And we tried their Lazy Tiger cocktail. Easy to remember, delicious, sweet, spicy with mezcal and orange. And the food there is limited. It's a cocktail bar first, in my opinion, but the food there is really delicious. We tried their chicken taquitos and their grilled octopus on toast, and it was fabulous.
That sounds great. And really changing gears here, you've got a place on Del Mar. This is called Too Much Sauce. This is soul food?
Yeah, a lot of fried food. They have like hot catfish, fries, fried green beans, cauliflower wings. I mean, they are really offering a range of stuff for people to try if you're vegetarian or not, or if you're eating meat. They have something to offer for everyone. And it was really well executed. It's a little bit further east on Del Mar, closer to Kings Highway. And we really loved everything that we tried. We were really impressed.
That's Too Much Sauce. Heading out to St. Charles, there's a new spot on Main Street called Novellus. How is it?
Yeah, it's like new American food. So, flatbreads, they had a bunch of sandwiches. We love their spinach and mushroom flatbread. They have a patio, they have a big dining room, and it's right there on Main Street. So, a lot of people watching, a lot of people still hanging out because the weather has been so beautiful. And we really liked everything they have. They have a pretty extensive cocktail program, and they're doing brunch, lunch, and dinner.
Okay, so that's it. If you're in the St. Charles area, you find yourself out there, Novellis. And again, you can get information on all these places. We have it linked on our website, stlpublicradio.org, or of course at Sauce Magazine. Meera, last one to talk about here in our final minute. Handlebar, which is the cycling-themed bar in the Grove. There's now a new concept inside that. It's called the Red Knot. What's the idea there?
Yeah, Handlebar closed in March and as a bar and now reopened as a restaurant. And they teamed up with Red Knot Culinary to do this joint project. And the guy there is Phil Camper, who used to work at Sean Brock's Husk in Charleston and Brasserie here in St. Louis. And we loved their shrimp and grits. We loved their BLT. They had this beautiful goat cheese cheesecake that we thought was insanely good. And yeah, they're just trying to reinvent themselves a little bit, because of the kind of precarious situation with COVID going on. Bars aren't really doing as well as they used to do, so they had to pivot.
Well, that pivot, that's happening at what used to be Handlebar in the Grove. This is now called Red Knot. Meera, last question for you here real quick. What's the best thing you ate in the last month?
Oh my God. Okay. A torta della nonna at Noto in St. Peter's.
Ooh.
Beautiful, airy, impossibly delicious dessert.
Well, as always, you're making me really hungry. So this is actually perfect timing. The show's ending. I'm going to go stuff my face. Meera Nagarajan, I want to thank you so much for joining us today, giving us the scoop, and also congratulations again on that big promotion.
Thank you so much. Have fun.
And Meera, again, is the executive editor of Sauce Magazine. You can find information about all those restaurants on our website, stlpublicradio.org.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, saluting Earth Day on April 22nd with an ongoing commitment to help offset carbon emissions with sustainable harvesting of Missouri forests. Details at choosewood.com.